Greetings everybody. We got 4 ways to bet on the Europa League final. I'm Pavlos Laguretos for Wager Talk TV. The Europa League final takes place on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, and we got some really nice and creative ways to bet in this match. Now, we're really hot at this time. We're on a 14-4 run in soccer in the last 4 days, plus 38 units of profit. We smashed pretty much everything over the weekend. Hottest handicapper over at Wager Talk at the moment, number 1 in last 3 and last 7 days. This is your last chance to get a 3-day all-access pass for just $49. You can go to my page at wt.buzz/pl. You'll find my premium plays, my free plays, and all my promos. We got a $5 4% best bet in the US Open Cup on Wednesday. If you see this in time, it's still $5. If you see this on Wednesday, it's back to $25, so move fast. Onwards to our free play, Tottenham versus Manchester United. An all-English Europa League final between two teams that have suffered a lot in the EPL this season, but they're both fighting for a title. And of course, along with the title comes a ticket to the Champions League for next season. Now, Tottenham, they're plus 199 underdogs. The draw is at plus 233. And Manchester United are plus 146 favorites, with the Asian spread set at 0.25. That's a split between Pick'em and plus half a goal for Tottenham. And the Asian total is set at 2.5. Now, the last English team to win the Europa League was Chelsea back in 2019, where we also had another all-English final, a civil war between Chelsea and Arsenal. This will be the 4th meeting between the two sides this season, with Tottenham winning all previous 3 matches, which means that they haven't lost to Manchester United in the last 6 matches, with 4 wins, 2 draws, 0 losses. However, prior to that, they had 4 consecutive losses to Manchester United. Now, Manchester United, they have what we call a heavier shirt, if you will, in Europe, a stronger pedigree, deeper history, but that doesn't mean anything, as the two teams will fight tooth and nail on the pitch. Big chance of a draw here, and extra time or penalty kicks, and if the books are giving us Tottenham with plus a quarter of a goal start, we like that. So first play here is Tottenham plus quarter of a goal, minus 125, although I do find it very odd for Tottenham to win 4 matches in a row, essentially sweep Manchester United in a single season. I don't think they've ever done it before. And Manchester United, they have better units, but something is wrong with that team. So first play here is Tottenham plus a quarter of a goal, minus 125, because it also gets us paid in the event of a draw, which is very likely in a final like this. Now, for a play in goals, each of the last 4 Europa League finals produced either 2 or 3 goals, and that is actually a prop that you can bet on, available at DraftKings under the Game Props tab. Just scroll down to find the total goals bands and select 2 or 3 goals at minus 105. The same prop can be found also at FanDuel under the Goals tab. Just scroll down to find total goals bands and select 2 or 3 at minus 105. Now, this prop is one of my favorite props, as it encases 7 of the most common correct scores in the history of soccer: the 2-0 win for either side, the 3-0 win for either side, the 2-1 win for either side, and also the 1-1 draw. So second way to bet on this game is the total goals bands 2 or 3 at 1 or minus 105. Needless to say that both teams, they focused in the Europa League since a while back, because they weren't doing anything in the EPL. They're currently sitting 16th and 17th respectively, with 39 and 38 points. And if the 3 relegated teams weren't that bad, either Tottenham and or Manchester United could have been involved in relegation scenarios, especially Tottenham, who have 21 losses in league play this season, which is the worst tally in their history. Same goes for Manchester United, who have 17 league losses this season, something that has never happened in their club history. But then again, the EPL was an afterthought for both these teams, so they will fight to the death in order to win the Europa League, and also, as I said before, to get a ticket to the Champions League next season. One thing's for certain: one of the teams will have a very frustrating end to the season, while the other will be in 7th heaven. Both teams have injuries. Tottenham are missing Maddison, Kulusevski, Bergvall and Ragusin, among others, while Manchester United, they have a kind of a crisis at the back, because Johnny Evans, De Ligt, Dalot and Lenny Yoro are questionable. Martinez is out for the season. Zirkzee was not going to play, but he made the trip. He probably is going to be on the bench. So these are not, your usual teams where you have the same lineup or a very, similar lineup game in and game out. They've suffered from injuries. They've suffered with consistency issues, but they've done it. They're into the Europa League final, so anything can happen here. There is, no matter how you look at it, for example, Tottenham, they won 3 in a row against United. One might say, okay, 3 in a row is too much. Maybe United win this one and you take United money line. It's not wrong. It's a final. Anything can happen. We're just going by the numbers and going by what the books give us. So now that we're done with the first place, I'm going to go to the third play, which is a card prop. Now, card totals in the 3 matches this season were 3, 6 in the quarterfinals, and 10 when these two met in match day 4. So last season, 3 and 4 cards respectively. However, this is a referee that is pretty good for cards. Felix Zweier, he averages 5.43 cards in all competitions this season and 6.5 cards per match in the Champions Europa and Europa Conference League, with 5 red cards in 9 matches. So this is a good referee for cards. His card totals in European matches this season, he's on an 8-1 to the over 4.5 cards and 7-2 to the over 5.5 cards. Essentially, 8 of the 9 matches that he's officiated in Europe this season had at least 5 cards. Last season, he had an average of 5.21 cards per match in all competitions and 6.28 cards per match in Champions Europa and Conference League. And 5-2 to the over 5.5 cards. He has a lifetime average of 4.7 cards per match, and his lifetime card average in Champions Europa and Conference League is 5.7 cards per match. So we're talking about a very good referee for cards. And if we look at previous Europa League finals, the card totals, each of the last 2 Europa League finals, they produced 7 cards, and 7 of the last 10 Europa League finals had 5 cards or more. So our third play is the over 5 cards Asian total. If there's exactly 5 cards, you get a refund. Looks safe, and it's at plus 100. So that's our third way to bet on this match. And fourth way is a sneaky one, and not many books offer this one, but it's a player prop, and it's a player to be carded, and it's not widely available because it's a goalkeeper. And I know it's weird to bet on a goalkeeper to get carded, but hear me out here. Manchester United's Andrea Onana, he has been carded 11 times in the last 3 seasons. 10 of those 11 cards came for time wasting, and in crucial matches. So there were matches where Manchester United were leading, and Onana, he almost always got carded for time wasting in those late stages of the match, like 89th minute, 90th minute, 85th minute, anything past the 75th minute. If Manchester United are winning by a single goal, it matters, because if United are winning by 2 or 3 goals, they're not threatened. They're not gonna time waste if they're 2 or 3 goals up in the final stages of the match. But if the match is close, and of course if Manchester United are winning, be sure that Andrea Onana is gonna start doing some weird stuff at the back, like taking a lot of time to do a goal kick or something. He has consistently gotten carded for time wasting, and this is a final. The referee is not having it. So again, if Manchester United are 1 goal up in the late stage of the match, just watch Onana, what he's gonna do. He's gonna make sure that he's gonna get carded. So Andrea Onana to be carded is at plus 240. Not exactly a bargain, but quite possible. Again, only if Manchester United are winning by a single goal late in the match. So there you have it. 4 ways to bet on this match. Let's do a recap. For a side bet, I'm going Tottenham plus 1/4 of a goal at -1 to 5. Looks decent. For a goals bet, the total goals bands 2 or 3 goals at -105. Again, this is available both at DraftKings and on FanDuel, and of course in other books. For a card total, I'm going over 5 cards at even money. And again, if there's exactly 5 cards in this match, we get a refund. And for a player prop, we're getting Andrea Onana to be carded at plus 240. Reminder that we running hot in the last 4 days, plus 38 units of profit in soccer. Number 1 at Wager Talk at last 3 and last 7 days. And we got a nice promo. This is actually the last day you can get 3 days of soccer, a 3-day all access pass for only $49. And of course, you can find all the rest of my free plays and my promos and my updated streaks at wt.buzz/pl. Let me know in the comments below how you're betting in this match. Good luck and God bless.